What's going on, guys? It's your boy Chili, bringing you another Lego set review. This time we are doing the Lego Ideas International Space Station, set number 21321 with 864 pieces. Now, before we get into this video, guys, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone who has liked and subscribed, I guess due to the Minions video. Like, that one has popped off. I really appreciate it. I think we're up to almost 20 subscribers, over 30 likes, and like 7K on views, over 7K. And being that I just started this channel, I was expecting, hopefully just to get to 10 subscribers, 1K views, and 10 likes on one video. So huge thank you. I couldn't ask for anything better than that. Like, just thank you guys. Like, from the bottom of my heart, thank y'all. It was been a really impressive thing to like watch, like all of that jump up. So again, just thank you. But I'm gonna get into this one. I don't know if this one's gonna go out before I've actually got the shuttle over here. Got to find a better place to display it, but I've got the shuttle. So I don't know which one's gonna go out first. Maybe this one, just because I think I need to, like, this table is very small. I think I mentioned it in another video. Maybe I mentioned it in the shuttle video. I just don't remember. But I need to get a bigger table to do that on, because the shuttle's really hard to like get in frame good because of how big the size is. Maybe this one too. So you might see it recorded up here. And I think I mentioned this in the shuttle. This is like my second living room. It's my upstairs kind of like man cave type room with, all my wife's collectible Harry Potter. I've got some collectible video game stuff on the opposite side of the room. Our wands, as you can see, that's her wand that we got from Universal Studios. It's like right there. And, my telescopes and stuff I kind of put in the backdrop of these videos because they are, space related, which I'm really into space. But you might see the other part recorded, like the actual review of the build, recorded in my dining room, because I have more, table down there to kind of move it back if I need to, so that I get more of it in frame. This one, if I move it too far back, I mean, it's going off the table. So until I get a better table set up, which hopefully here in the next couple weeks, I'll have a better table. Might take longer than that, I don't know. But let's get into this box. So this box looks wonderful. Like, it's gorgeous box art. I wish they did stuff like this again on like more like Star Wars box art. Like the Harry Potter box art's pretty good because you kind of know what it is. But a lot of the Star Wars box arts, I guess you still know what it is, but it's like I mentioned this in the TIE Fighter video if you watch it. The TIE Fighter video, to me, or not video, but the box art failed because you got the X-Wing that was doing the Death Star trench run, and you had some TIE Fighters like over here in the background of it. But the TIE Fighter, you just had the TIE Fighter with like a little explosion, maybe 2 explosions on it, I can't remember now. But it was just disappointing. But this is actually like really cool. You've got the ISS floating obviously in space with, a backdrop of the Earth. Like, it looks good. Like, it's simple, but at the same time, it's like, all right, well, that's a gigantic Earth. Little space shuttle flying. You got the ISS, like, or the International Space Station. And of course, you didn't know what ISS stood for. But really good box art. Over here, I'm honestly not sure if this is like the actual like logo for the International Space Station. I don't think that it would be. It does say International Space Station right there. You can kind of see it. It's a little small, but I'm not, you know, 100% expert on everything Lego and everything space and all that stuff, but I really enjoy stuff like this. Like, I mean, I got the telescopes because me and my wife and now some of our friends, when they come over, we'll go outside and, you know, look at planets. And I've gotten close-up pictures of like the moon and some of the craters in the moon. I don't have pictures of it, but we've seen Saturn, we've seen Jupiter, we've seen Mars and Venus. I think the other one we've seen is Venus. But I'm really into space. I really like stuff like this. I hope they come out with more. I still, at this present point in time, which kind of spoiler to another video, like you saw, I've got the shuttle in the back over here, and then down over here in kind of my Lego pile, I guess you can see that I've got, maybe you can tell that I've got the lunar lander. So I'm kind of addicted to these space ones. Like, honestly, like, the title for one of these videos is probably going to be Houston, I Have a Problem, because these, after a while, the price starts adding up. Like, I think this one was $99, the space, or no, this one's $79, right? $80, I think, for this one. The lunar lander down there is $199.99, and the space shuttle that's back over here is $299.99, or $199.99. I'm sorry, it's $200. And then I want to get the, so I still got to get the Saturn V, which is $129.99 if you can find it. And it's not on, it's on back order right now on Lego. And the Women of NASA, which I think is like a kind of like retired promo set type deal. And I've got to get that from probably eBay, and it's going for like, you know, about 30, 40 bucks, sometimes 50. So they're starting to add up, but they're really cool, and I can't wait to get them so I can display them all together. But yeah, back to the box. Let me get off my ranting of how I love space. So also on the front of the box, you have the Lego Ideas number 029. You have the like blueprint showing the size, which it looks like it's going to be 19.3 inches long or 49 centimeters, depending on where you're from that's watching this video, and 12.12 inches wide or 31 centimeters long. The space shuttle, the little micro space shuttle, is going to be 6.5 centimeters long or 2.5 inches and 9.5 centimeters or wide, I mean, for the first one, and 9.5 centimeters long and 3.7 inches. Depending on where you're from that's watching this video. Now the side art shows kind of what you got on the front. You've got the International Space Station, you've got the shuttle, Earth in the background, some stars. I'm honestly not sure what that's supposed to be. I'm sure I'll find out when I get into building this. But right now I'm not entirely sure what that is. So I'm not going to try to explain to you what that is. And I hit the camera, so I apologize. The other side of the box shows another view of the ISS with a satellite over top of Earth. So again, kind of the starry background, the Lego logo. The bottom of the box just shows Earth. It like comes around to the side of the box. The top of the box is going to be where your components were made, your set number, tells you International Space Station in a couple of different languages, and then the actual size of that printed piece. Did it show the date? Yeah, this was actually made in 2020. So it's a little older set. So if you're watching this video, then of course you're going to see that it's not like a brand new set, but I really wanted it. So now I've got it. And if you think that you might want it, you can watch my video and make a decision for yourself. Now this, I guess, I'm not real sure on the Lego idea thing, but it says share your idea, gather support, Lego review, and then new Lego product. So I'm guessing this might have been like an idea from, you know, just the community of Lego builders outside of Lego, not really not the Lego company itself, but I'm not sure how that works either. I'll have to look more into that myself. But here you get a beautiful view of the built ISS with its stand. It does have a little, looks like printed tile. It says International Space Station. Probably a little blurry for y'all there because it wouldn't focus. But it looks absolutely gorgeous. It does show where it's got like a docking bay for the little micro shuttle, and looks like you can deploy the satellite with a little control arm. It says ISS 20 here. Maybe this was done for the 20th year of the International Space Station. It shows everything you get down here. You get a little satellite, a couple of micro figures, whatever that little thing was again, that I'm not sure. The space shuttle, and then of course the International Space Station. And it looks like you get a couple little satellites you can deploy maybe. It looks that way. One there, one there. We'll see once it's built, and I'll go over all that. But yeah, guys, let's get into this box so I can show you all the insides and get into building it. So we just cut the tape. It does have tape, not thumbtacks, which is kind of weird because this box has tape and it's a $80 item. And the Lego, I think it's the creator of Lunar Lander, has thumb tabs. So it's kind of weird that they would give you that. Just standard like black box, like kind of a little texture feel to it, but nothing like impressive. There's all your bags. I'm just setting to the side. I'm trying to get to the manual. Let's get this out of the way. It looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like you got 7 bags in the manual. Get these out of my way a little bit. Is the manual going to have... Yes, it is. So the manual is going to have information on the space station. So you got a few pictures there of the real life one. Got some information about it. I'm going to read on my own time. If you want to pause the video here and read that, there you go. And then over here, you got another real life view. Research in space. Again, you want to read it, you can pause it. Meet the fan designer. So this was designed by a fan. Christopher Rouge? I want to say Christopher Rouge. Hopefully I didn't get his name wrong. But there you go. You can pause it and read about him. It finishes over on this side. And then it tells a little bit about the designer. Like the Lego designer. And then Lego ideas. So this is what's going to actually, I guess, tell me about how to like submit an idea if I have an idea, I guess. So maybe if I come up with something, we can, put it in. And this looks like they had a Voltron. I'm guessing I miss getting Voltron. That's pretty cool. You get the Hayabusa. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm putting this real close because I'm trying to look at these sets. I don't think I've ever seen the maze. You got another little satellite here that I've never seen. The Women of NASA I've seen. You got the Curiosity rover. So it looks like I've got a lot more to go in the space lineup now. But yeah, really cool. You, of course, the Saturn V over here. It looks like you do have... What is that? Hold on, guys. I'm into this now. Looks like a dinosaur deal. But yeah, I did not know they had a Voltron. I want Voltron. Huh. Let me unfold my man. Oh, it keeps going. Oh, this goes to Lego Ideas in Space. I do not remember ever seeing the Curiosity Rover. I do not remember seeing that. Like, I know this one and this one, but anyway. And then I guess these are the people that designed the... Oh, the Curiosity Rover looks small. Because apparently this is the fan that designed the Saturn V. So you can read about him. This is the one that created the Curiosity Rover. So there you go. You can read about him. And this is the woman that designed Women of NASA. This is already like a 16-minute video because I got kind of caught up. But 10-year anniversary special review. Read that. That writing is kind of weird. It doesn't want to show up on camera good, but maybe you can read it. Some more languages. There you go, if you can read that language and that language. I can't. There it is in that language. Put my finger out of the way here so y'all can read that one. When do you actually get into building it? And there's in the different language if you want to read that. Again, different languages for y'all that might watch this video that can read it. You can pause it. Boom, boom. Does it just keep going in different languages? Because yes, it does. I'm going to skip it. I'm sorry if you didn't see your language, but let's go to the back here. Your inventory. And how to do Lego ideas. It looks like you finish up on page 143, so it's not very long with the 800 piece count. But you do your final, well, 145 is where you do your final, you know, putting it together, page 141, but step 145, and it's putting the last set of solar panels on. But yeah, guys, I'm going to get into this, and I will see you when I get back. I'm really excited to build it. Make sure you give a like and subscribe if you like my content so I can put out more videos like this. And I'm going to get into it. So, see you then. Guys, we are back. And as you can see, I finished the ISS. And it's okay. It's not really... There's some things about it I don't like. Now, obviously, it does still look good. Like, it's the ISS. I'm going to put it with my shuttle that I showed y'all earlier. And then the rest of the NASA stuff that I eventually get and the one that I still have to build. But there's just certain things that just kind of bother me. But I guess I'll start off like always with the minifigure, or the micro figure in this case. See if I can, there you go. You can kind of see it's a little spaceman. It came with another one that goes at the bottom. You can see when I zoom back out. And then the one right here up at the top that was an extra that I just kind of threw up there. I was like, I'm not going to just put that with my extra pieces when I can, you know, just set him up top like he's doing like a spacewalk. But you got your little micro figure, got a little helmet. With a visor, got chest printing. It's a little fuzzy, but this thing is super, super small. I'm trying to get it to focus a little bit better, but it won't. And some leg printing, no back printing. It does have like the little stud holes like it is a minifigure. And the one on the head as well, but you know, that's about what you get for the micro slash minifigure category that I always do at the very beginning. But let's get into the like builds. Now on the stand you do have a little satellite build that is made for the stand. You know, nothing really to talk about with it, just a couple little Lego bricks with some of the same deal you see, well, here or here. You probably see it better there, but that's about it with that. Now this piece, I'm still not entirely sure. I haven't read the manual yet to see if it tells you what it is. But I'm thinking it's like the re-entry like pod. I can't remember what it's called now. But if it's not, I'm sure that somebody can correct me in the comments, or maybe when I read the book, it'll tell me. I'm not 100% sure on that. Now the shuttle kind of just sits there. Shuttle actually doesn't look that bad. I mean, it's not the big shuttle that, you know, I've already gotten built that I just got to get the video out on, but it's still not bad looking to be in this like micro figure scale. Does have some deals down here where I guess you could slide it across the table rather easily if you want, or have it just kind of sit down here like so. I mean, the thrusters on it actually look pretty good. Like, for such a small little build, it actually does not look at all that bad. Like, I don't know. I like it. It does have these little pieces down here on the stand, as you can see, like back there, that stick up. It doesn't stick on. You kind of just set it on them and then, you know, get it lined up to where it looks, you know, I still don't have it lined up. Kind of lined up where it kind of looks like it's, you know, taking off from in there, I guess. But the stand itself is going to have a little plaque that says the International Space Station that is printed. No stickers for this set, so that's a good thing for me. I absolutely hate stickers, but you do get a little plaque that says that. That's where your mini or micro figure sit, as well as your, what I believe is the re-entry pod, the satellite, and then you can see the spaceship kind of sitting back there on those two little, they're like hinge pieces, but, you know, no hinges. Now, for the space station itself, there are a few things that I don't like. Let me bring it closer. As you can see, this piece kind of sits a little crooked. It kind of comes lower here than it is up here, and I couldn't get it to, you know, even out. So I didn't really like that at all. And it kind of interferes with, this piece is supposed to sit a little bit further down, but it kind of interferes with it because that piece is sitting higher up. So a little bit of a qualm I have with this set. Now these here, as they look cool, they kind of weigh down the set. So you can see I'm kind of able to tilt them a little bit. So they probably should be able to stay up like that. But mine kind of weigh down to where they just fall. They don't, it makes them a little crooked going like this, I think. At least to my eye it does. It looks like it comes up and shoots off this way a little bit because it's not, I guess if you had them up it would shoot down like this now, but still it kind of bugs me a little bit. And that's pretty much your front. Like I said, I threw the little minifigure up there. You've got a little, they used to use these as like laser guns back in the day. A little antenna piece, I guess you can call now. I know it's on the Millennium Falcon, I believe. I think there's some up on the Millennium Falcon. Maybe that's an older Millennium Falcon I'm thinking of. I can't remember now. Then you've got these little, you know, satellite dishes that you can move. This one moves. And then you've got this that moves. I don't know what it's supposed to be. It looks like a little hatch. There are, can I find them without, there's a little piece on here. I think it's on the back. So let me flip this around because I planned on doing that anyway. Ooh, a little close-up view you got of it spinning around. Now the back, you do, on those panels, you've got these little orange bricks that kind of make it pop from the back. I guess I should have made sure all this stuff was like straight and everything. Now with the back of it, let me see if I can show that pretty good. It should be sitting up like this, but mine like sits down. As you can see, kind of tilts real bad. I don't know, again, I don't know if maybe I did something wrong or if it's just supposed to be like that, but you got more little satellites and stuff back here that I think it's this one that you can pop off. And that's the one I think you can use as like with the loading arm. Pop it back on there. You got these little fins here that can move, you know, I think give you a little bit of adjustment there. And the piece that I was trying to talk about is actually down. Let's see if well, I just broke something off, but can't get you in that close to it because of the way the thing's built. But it's like a little soda can top. It's a little, let me just pull this thing off. I'll put it back on. But you see the little printed piece? It looks like a little soda can. Like your little pop top. So cool little mixture of pieces that I guess aren't bad looking to go on this. But all in all, I mean, simple build. It took me maybe an hour, and I took like 2 breaks while building it. Like I got through, I think there was like 6 bags, and I did the first 2 bags, took a break, second 2 bags, took a break, and the last 2 bags before I took my next little break just to you know, go get like something to drink or check on my dogs or anything like that, because this room my dogs are not allowed in because there's a lot of collectible stuff up here that if not that I think they would do it, but if they decided to chew on, we don't want them to chew on them. So we keep them in our downstairs. They pretty much roam the rest of the house downstairs. It's just this one room they're really not allowed in. But yeah, I mean, it's still a nice little build. Not a lot to talk about with this one. I mean, it is in the micro figure scale, so I don't have to explain, you know, minifigures and go over all that. But all in all, I enjoyed the build. I do like the way it turned out, which, I mean, again, as you can see, move this, the telescopes and stuff behind. I'm really into like whole space exploration and things of that nature. That's why I want to get all the like NASA theme sets and build all of them, make videos on them. Hopefully y'all enjoy them as much as I enjoy actually making them. But yeah, this build was relatively easy. I mean, it's for 16 plus, but I feel like you could probably, if you have a younger kid, maybe in like the 8, 9, 10 range, that's really into Legos or Lego. I don't know why I added the S on the end or did quotations, but really into Lego, they can get this and build it as well, or you can help them build it. But I think the 16 age is a little, 16 plus range is a little high on this. Like, even if you're not, like, if you're a preteen, you can build this. Like, you're going to have the mental capacity to not put the little pieces in your mouth, because that's probably one reason they put a higher age on it. And you're going to have the mental capacity to build this. You're going to be able to read the instructions and build it if you're like preteen age, like 10, 11, 12. I think 13 is when you become a teenager. But 10, 11, 12, you can definitely build this. You don't have to be 16 and up. You can be younger than 16. Like, this thing isn't hard at all to build. Like, just a lot of little pieces. It's a little bit tedious because of all the little pieces, especially when like you have kind of like adult hands getting into some of the smaller spaces. But other than that, like you can see, it bothers me because it feels like it's sitting in a way that it shouldn't. And now I'm breaking it because it's irritating me. It's making my OCD kick in a little bit to where I want it lined up straight, and it's just not. I mean, you can tell, like when I push on it, it's supposed to sit there and then it pops back up. But either way. But yeah, guys, I'm going to call it quits on this one. Like I said, good build. If you find it, recommend picking it up, especially if you're into like the whole space deal like I am. But if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment telling me that it was good, telling me it was bad. Either way, I'm open for criticism. And make sure that you subscribe if you like my content and you want to continue to see more videos. Like I said, I've got 4 more things that I have to build for, well, no, I don't have to build, I guess, but 4 more things to build for videos. Is it 4 or 5? 4. And then I've got a couple that I've already built that I've started making the videos on. I just got to finish, like the space shuttle, AT-AT. So a little sneak peek of what's going to be coming up, you know, later if you decide to subscribe and continue watching my videos. But yeah, guys, I'm going to get out of here, and I will catch you on the next one. Later.